All right, my people, welcome. Good morning, happy Monday, happy new week. Hope you are all doing well, whether you're watching live or as a VOD. You are very welcome. Thank you very much for being here. We are kicking off the week as scheduled with some Train Sim Mod 6. And then later on today, a Simrail stream. And it has been many months. And even the last time I played it, it was just to get a feel for it and just see how things have been going. And it wasn't great at the time. It wasn't great. So played it once, put it down, haven't picked it up since. Downloaded it recently, have been well disciplined in not, I wouldn't say necessarily spoiling it, but just, you know, I want to get my first reactions now, basically. Not now, but as in live on stream. So that, I don't know, I feel like that's the best way to really vet someone's real opinion on something. Whereby if I've been playing around with it, spent some time with it, there is like a positive aspect of that, in that I can experience different things, explore different things, have time to gather my thoughts in a more calm way. But yeah, I prefer doing it this way. Right, so let's get third rails to track me. And then we'll have a little spin of the wheel. I've got my coffee today, got some water with me. I think all in all, fairly decently prepared. So let's head over to the wheel. Let's get that going. There we go. And without wasting any time, let's have a little crack. I spin in the wheel, see where we land. We have got the Sumerian barn. You know what? Yes, I'm not mad about that. I have been waiting to do the journey mode there, because every time Sumerian barn has come up, it's always just been for request a route streams. And the only time I've played it other than that has been when the route first released. So yeah, very happy about that. Very happy about that. Right, we've got a real weather going on. So if we do any runs in the winter months, hopefully should get some very pretty scenery. That is the plan. Right, I think I'm playing with my controller today, as opposed to keyboard and mouse. Bit more relaxed play style. And sometimes I just feel that it's more immersive. I just feel like it's more realistic using I was gonna say a wheel. Definitely not a wheel, unless, I don't know, we're in some Polish trains. But I just feel like it's more realistic using a controller than a what do you call it? Keyboard and mouse. Right, so if I remember correctly, CFA and PZB are here alongside LZB, which I turned on, even though I know we're not going to use it. But I think in reality, all of these things would just be on anyway. So it's more realistic having them that way. This is a very early morning start, so hopefully we get a nice I think it should be this, right? Headlights. Oh no. Just headlights. I thought that was going to be like tail lights at the end, basically, but I don't know what we got going on. I don't know if we're a passenger service. I think we are, yeah. Unlock doors, okay. Cool. So we'll put our reverser in, put it into neutral, get the doors open, put it more into forwards, train lights on, brightness. High beams, is it too? I know, got to turn these on first. Exterior lamp master switch. Right, so we've got our high beams on. I think normal's okay. Normal's okay. It's gonna get lighter. No need to blind passengers that are on. Ah, that's quite nice actually. I think I'm gonna have it off though. No need to blind passengers that might be at the stations. No need to blind other train drivers coming our way. Train line on. I don't know if there's any indication that I have available to know whether that's operating as it should. Like I have a little light bulb indicator there. Oh, it's not a light bulb indicator. I thought it was a light bulb. Right, lock the right side doors. Get the brakes ready to go. AFB, we'll get that on. Set it to 40 while we will be under the PZB restriction, and then we'll move it on as we go. This may be the first time doing a passenger service on here properly. I just never have enough time during the request a route streams. Put this to 50%. Why do I have that there? Isn't that player assist? I don't want that. Notifications off. Okay. HUD. What would that be under? Display safety system helper off. Thank you very much. I would like it to be gone. I hope we don't have to deal with it all run. I mean, if we do, it is what it is. If I've understood correctly how it actually works, yes, it is safe to release technically, but as a train driver, you wouldn't have any like evidence, right, that it is safe to release. And what's annoying now is that the notification is just there. All right, I've released, although I didn't need to because I don't believe the restriction was still ongoing. Unless it's the one where the 85 and the 70 are in the same box and they keep changing. I'm pretty sure I saw that they weren't. Anywho, we are now on the move. Hopefully, all without any problems. I don't really remember what this route is like for traffic. Hopefully we see a fair bit. See if it's going to get annoying. I'm going to have to really keep an eye out on it. Probably should get some vitamins going before I forget. Don't think it should be a problem getting them down with a bit of coffee. Is this a crash or is this just a very large stutter? Seems to be the latter, thankfully. Would rather nothing at all. But if it had to be one or the other, it's always gonna be that, is it? It's always gonna be that. This is the route I drove in VR a while back when it first came out in TSW4. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. You've got beautiful views. The train's not too much of a handful to operate. Yeah, I'm going to use my controller. Sorry, I'm going to use my keyboard and mouse because this is one of those trains where you try to clear CFAR and it hits both the CFA key and also PZB acknowledge, which I'm pretty sure they had started to sort out during TSW4. So either it's just a typical consistency issue, or this came out a little bit before then. I can't imagine it being completely impossible to, however they've coded the more recent trains, so that when you press the circle button on a controller, or I guess the B button on an Xbox controller, to only do CFA except when you actually need to acknowledge. I don't know exactly how they've coded it and the complexities, but I just can't imagine it being impossible to now uh, backport that to older trains. It's a very, very, very high quality of life feature. And just another example of where the preservation team would have absolutely shined. I do wonder if we did still have the preservation team, if they would have worked on backporting TOD4, because if all their job was to bring older routes up to standard, then like as a company, I don't think Dovetail would have lost anything in having them do that instead of working on new content. And I think the gains would have been huge because they would have made it easier to just sort of with everything on the same sort of playing field. I'm sure it would have made tending to other bugs or even adding content much easier. Because how do you now add a train or wagons or whatever it may be, whatever type of vehicle it may be, that is made in today's era with TOD4 in the game for a TOD3 route, without having like the headlights issue and just various little niggles to do with the clash between TOD3 and TOD4. So it basically rules out any new content being made for an older route unless they're going to put the work in to bringing it up to modern standards. I think it would have been good from a convenience standpoint and also a marketing standpoint as well. I forgot my little pinch of salt trick in my coffee. I don't feel like the CIFA gives you any time at all. I feel like the last couple of times I've been reacting to it fairly quickly, and it will still sound the alarm. I don't know whether it's like a 3-second timer or perhaps a 5-second timer. I think 5 seconds sounds a bit excessive. But 3 seconds, like 1, 2, 3. It's enough time to see it pop up and go for it. But hey, ultimately, safety first, right? How can I complain that a safety system is working too well? Only issue is with things like that is that something meant for safety, if it can get annoying, human beings being human beings, we have a tendency to just shut things up from a technological standpoint, like fire alarms, for example. Or a lot of smokers that smoke at home, they'll just like tape up their fire alarms. I guess it would be cool if there was like an option to like, I don't know, like there's a button on the smoke alarm to deactivate it for, let's say, half an hour, for example, and then it would be on a timer to then reactivate, rather than just, beeping away every time. I think safety always has to come with like a decent bit of convenience. Although there are times when, I mean, we just do what we shouldn't do. Like, for example, people who like to drive without seatbelts, which is something I've never understood, by the way. But, you know, there are people that prefer to drive without a seatbelt. The thing is still popping up. I've turned it off and it's still popping up. I don't understand, man. It's just basic things in this game. Really basic things. Where was it? I've turned the thing off. So just turn it off instantly. You know? I'm assuming it's because I had it on at the beginning of the survey. So it sort of like has stuck. But why does it need to be like that though? Why can't it just be... Why can't it just show up when I have the setting on and then stop showing up when I have the setting off? You know, this game does make you wonder sometimes. Like, is that too simple? Is there something that I'm missing here? But half the time, it really is that something is just as simple as that, and somehow the game's messed up. I guess to completely hide it, I ultimately could just turn off the HUD, but we all know I'm not going to do that. Bring it down to 45 and go from there. Don't know how hard it's going to be on the brakes. Sometimes there are locos that will be super harsh braking with AFB. And so they'll go 5, 10, maybe even 15 kilometers an hour below the limit because the train's braked so hard, and then it will start working its way up. So what you want to do in those instances is set your AFB a little bit higher than you'd want it to go, so that it actually slows down to where you actually want it. And then when it's in that area, then you adjust the AFB accordingly. Then it only makes like a small adjustment. I think the one is it the 143? I think the 143 has that issue. Now, of course, there are those that will argue you shouldn't be using AFB to slow down, which is, I believe that's the case. But my perspective is, you know, if I can do it, then why not? Just makes things a little easier. Takes the workload from me. I'll probably start coasting once we get maybe 450 kilometers out. Sorry, 450 meters out. I don't want to imagine how fast you'd have to be going to start coasting 450 kilometers out from where we want to stop. Got some rain at the end of this tunnel. Intermittent wipers should be enough. We are using the real life weather. I believe this is the mastery train that we've got there. Take a closer look at it in a second. Perfectly on time as well. With a perfect stop. Oof, almost got 1 meter. A super rare instance. Alright, so here are the coaches. I haven't really even had a look at what we're pulling here. Obviously, unfortunately, the only option we could be pulling. Second class coaches. I'm not quite sure what loco this is. It is quite reminiscent of what we see on Simrail. Quite a nice station, this actually. It's pretty well like architectured. I'll be doing the same, mate. And like whether you're looking behind you, whether you're looking in front of you, you've got views everywhere. Very, very nice. Why are these so like bright? They're weirdly bright. I don't think this light needs to be on as well. Anywho, get the doors closed, get going again. Hello, Jackson. How you doing, my bro? I'm doing very well, thank you. Forgot to set the brakes. I usually do them either at 1A or 1B. I think 1B on this route with all the gradients. Just so that the train's pretty much ready to go. That confused me so much. So much. It's like one thing to see a spelling mistake, but within a sentence that makes sense for the time, for the situation. This just, you know when you just don't know what to think. Like, what do you even make of that? The doors have closed and you've been instructed right away. That's your instruction, right away. But it was fun. That's good to hear that you're doing fine, my man. I think that's genuinely one of my favorite ones. And I was legit trying to make sense of it. Like, I kept repeating it and trying to see if it could sound different at some point, or if my brain can connect it to something. And there's just no connection. There's nothing it connects to. There's no sense it makes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It does sadden me a little bit with this game that, and I think I say this with validity and fairness. Like, it is laziness when, for example, the class 47 on this route, which runs, I believe, is it a rail tour service? That's quite a cool service. A British loco, old school BR Blue loco from the 80s, running here in Austria. It's very cool, but you haven't bothered to give it its actual livery. Why? How nice would that have been? How cute would that have been to have the 47 running in its actual livery that it runs on here? It would have been such a nice touch, and I cannot imagine it would have been hard work. You see, of course, the same thing recently with Stuttgart to Heilbronn. That there was a lot of aspects of that DLC that didn't make much sense, to be honest. But it's just a shame, man. Just a shame. It's one thing to like talk about a whole feature that needs to be coded in and tested and this and that. We're just talking about a livery. Just a livery, man. A livery. It would take someone whose job it is, you know, within the team to do that, to create liveries. Come on, man. It's taking a day, 2 days tops. 3 days if it was something complex. It's a shame, man. Visible on your face, indeed. Hello, Nate. Good to see you again. It's going very well, thank you, my man. How are you doing? Lazy ass devs. I mean, it's the thing, though. Like, sometimes they do make an effort. So it's not like overall they're just lazy. But some decisions are, in my opinion, I'm not going to lie. If you can't provide me a good reason for why you can't create a livery. A livery. Like, they have streams dedicated where Harry will stream herself making a livery, just having fun with it. Like, it's just something so simple. So simple. But it makes a big difference. It does make a big difference. But instead, you've gone through the effort of creating that route, that service on here. But it's in BR Blue. So we've got a BR Blue locomotive running around Austria. Like, at that point, it's better that you don't do that service at all. It's better that you don't represent it if you're not going to represent it properly, and just let us have the tourers and the talent, and that's it. No, on here there's a class 47, like the British loco, that you always see in like Just Trains routes and stuff like that. There's one, I believe, there's one loco that runs on this line, and I think it does rail tours. But in reality, it's got like a burgundy. I don't remember any details about it specifically, but I know that it's burgundy. The main color is burgundy. The talent liveries, really? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. What's wrong? What's wrong with it? Well, it's set in modern day, isn't it? 2023. The date I've got on the computer is 2023, so it would be around that era. Talents don't even drive there anymore. Since when? My nose is annoying me, man. It's like I'm squeezing it. But do you know from when the talents were taken off the route? Orange and white. I don't think that's a livery I've seen before. What train? Let me see these the zero MLs. Because I was gonna ask what train would best like represent them that we have in the game already. Because you know it's so much hard work to bring the actual train into the game. Okay, so I mean they could use maybe a 642 for this. They could use like a 642. Is this one right? I always struggle to like frame things properly. It doesn't look too far away from the 642. But then again, they would have to make the livery. You can't just have a DB red 642 running around. I think I made mention of this last week, but I do wonder, is it possible for a modder to change the core trains for a route, for example? So yes, I can download a timetable mod, and the timetable mod can feature modded trains with modded liveries and all of that stuff. But if you go and play on the regular timetable, it's something different. So I wonder if through mods you can change the core trains. I think that would be really cool. So then they show up in the journey mode, they show up on the regular timetable mode. I think that would be cool, man. The talents may still be driving though, definitely in the new livery. The same livery that was on the Zero. The same livery, okay, yeah. I don't know, you know. I think I prefer the one that they have here. That one looks boring, the orange and white one. This one seems to have like a bit more depth to it. They're waiting for the new Zero ML Alpine version to take over the route completely. Is that a completely new train or is that just a new livery? The same the 0 ml, but with the Alpine features such as better snow brakes, improved. Ah, okay, right. So are the current ones like having issues with the code? Seems like a bit of a foresight to not have thought about that before. Yeah, they are challenging, but like you would know that already. They would know that, for example, especially in the winter months, they're going to be dealing with snow, bitter winds. So the trains have to be, whatever trains they've decided they're going to put onto the route, they would have had to. They should have known that they would have to be ready, of course, and prepared to deal with whatever may come their way. Isn't the only okay? So then that's even more of a reason. That's even more of a reason should have been better prepared. At least so there hasn't been any disaster that's like forced the change. Unlike I don't know, I can't imagine whatever it was that happened yesterday in Spain. That as in the cause of that crash. I can't imagine that things will move forward without some rules changing one way or another. I guess unless it's like a completely freak accident, which almost sounds like it could be. Like I don't know how half the train derailed and the other half was fine. But I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Sometimes you do progress just with trial and error. So you put something out there, see where it struggles, fix that, put it back out there, see you see what the new struggles are. Tend to that. You put out a V3 or V4 at that point. Oh, just. Well, I'm sure they make a lot from tourism, so it'll be a good way to reinvest. Also, I think your reaction stream idea may be coming to fruition. I think the response to the poll that I put out on Friday is the highest I have ever seen on the Discord, on stream, anywhere, any poll that I've done to do with LWD. This one has surpassed them all. Very surprised, very surprised. But yeah, it looks like people are looking forward to it. I actually didn't think it was going to be like that. I didn't think people were going to be that much in favor of it. That's nice, man. I appreciate that. I respect that. Thank you. I look forward to it as well. I think it's always cool. It's gonna be cool. There's gonna be new experiences. I'm gonna be watching or seeing things I've never seen before. I'm pretty certain things that I would never watch in my own time. So I think, as much as it would be cool seeing my reaction to certain things, even for me, it would be cool for me to be interested in new things. I'm someone who's very, I have my things that I like, the things that I watch, and I don't see a need to change that. If it's not broken, my principle, don't fix it. So it's very, very, very rare that I would have some sort of new interest one way or another. Oh no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying, because there's ultimately, let's say there are even 10 people who put forward content for that stream, that is 10 different human beings with different experiences, with different likes and dislikes and interests, you know. So there are going to be things that I'm aware of, that I've seen before, that I have some knowledge of, but then there are also going to be things I've got no clue about, and it's those things that I'm somewhat excited about. Yeah. So I think the poll should close today. I think I set it for 3 days, so it should close later on. Maybe at the end of this stream, I think, or no, maybe this evening. I think it was in the evening that I opened it on Friday. No, I think. Anyway, at some point today it will finish. I don't think all of a sudden more people are going to vote no. So it looks like it's going to go forward. So I'll have a chat with Nabil, agree on how we'll do it, open the new channel, and then it may be. I'm thinking like Saturday would be a good day for it. And I know I usually say if I'm streaming, train sim is going to be like the priority. And if I'm only doing one stream in the day, then it's going to be a train simming stream. However, I feel like Saturday is like, if I'm going to do it any day of the week, Saturday just makes sense. Saturday just makes sense to do that, you know, chilled. It's almost like a weekend vibe. The stream itself is like a weekend vibe. Just kick back, chill, you know. So I think, yeah, I'm thinking Saturday. But not even like when I normally stream on Saturday. Normally I'll do 2 o'clock. I'm feeling like an afternoon, not afternoon, sorry, evening. I'm feeling like an evening vibe for that. So anyway, we'll finalize it. But for now, it looks like we'll move forward with it. And I think it would be 33 hours. Strange. Okay. It was definitely. So is it Saturday then that I did it? Maybe it was Saturday then. Maybe that would make sense. If there's 33 hours left, then it would be Saturday. Anyway, it will finish at some point. And yeah, so I'm thinking of doing it bi-weekly. I don't know if there's like a huge interest and, you know, the channel is very busy, then we can do it weekly. But for, I guess, to begin with, bi-weekly, and then go from there. It was Saturday. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because it was 3 days, so couldn't be Friday. I don't know how last night was for your types of trading, Jackson, but whew, the gaps that were seen yesterday were huge, huge gaps across the market. Tomorrow's gonna be, what's happening tomorrow? Is tomorrow? I know there's a few things happening. I don't remember. I was told it yesterday. It's a busy week, that I know. It says closed today. Is it? Why is it closed today? I'm not sure exactly what caused the gaps. And most were down. Huge gaps down. But then there were also some up, like natural gas. Natural gas had a huge jump up. Oh, the EU stuff. Yeah. This week is been recommended not to trade forex this week. We took some trades last night, and then that's it. That's all we're doing this week, basically. If there are going to be any more trades, they'll be with those pairs. But this week is going to be quiet for forex. Oh yeah, gold new all-time highs. Yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah, gold jumped super high. Silver did as well. I've started to buy silver now. Like actual silver. I don't have any stock in it. I probably should. I probably should. I've come up to our next station in very good time. Looks like we'll be standing here for a couple of minutes. You can really, really tell the sense of speed in VR. It's one of my favorite things. Like I don't have to look at the speed though to see how quickly I'm coming into a station. Can literally just go by feeling. One of the few good things about the VR experience on TSW. Well, my VR experience, I guess I should say. Are the handbrakes really just that accessible? So, like, a member of the public can just come onto one of these trains and just do the handbrake? What can be done from the control panel? It looks like there's already lighting. But you can do lighting from here anyway. You say, oh no, it's a bank holiday. Yeah. Bank holiday. Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah. Is that what it is? Martin Luther King Day. That's the bank holiday. Okay. Anything technical regarding the wagon? Well, I know like the Dostos, for example, you've got the light controls there. Oh, AC as well, brakes. Okay. I assume that would be locked, though. I assume the cabinet would be locked. But the handbrake looks like it's just there. Anyone can just play with it. Of course locked. Bro, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, even if it is locked, I'm sure you can buy the key from Amazon for it. The handbrakes have a plastic cover. Oh, okay. Maybe they had one there as well, but it just wasn't. You couldn't really see it clearly. Not every chain, but most of them. Fair enough. I had an opportunity over the weekend to get smash burgers, but I didn't take it. I got a few takeaways. But for one of them, I just wanted to get like the cheapest that was around. And it was actually still pretty good. It was something that I would have like actually considered. So that worked out well. And then the next one was I just told the wife to choose something that she wanted. But soon, this will be the year. This will be the year of the smash burger. This will be it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jackson. I prefer. Oh, hold on a second. So this livery that's on the talent that we're seeing now, it was from Vorarlberg, right? So have they literally just brought the train here from Vorarlberg? Like, they just used the same train. So did that livery never exist here then? Wow, I never knew that. I never knew that. That's mad. That's trash. Ah, 2020. I said this last week as well. 2025 was super good for mods, and I really hope that. I really hope that 2026 is even better. Yeah. And it's a shame, because I mean, I don't know what goes on in the office, but it's not like they're broke, you know, and they're really trying to like minimize spending and effort and stuff like that. Like ASR came with some numbers the other day. I don't know why ASR's like an accountant. He's always looking at the numbers, and he was looking at what Dovetail made in, I think, revenue. It's in the millions. It's in the millions, boss. Now, surely with the revenue of millions in a year, you can afford to spend some time to, make a livery. I don't know, man. It's just, it's a shame, man. It's such a shame that I don't know. It's like Aerosoft. Aerosoft are so frustrating because they have good ideas in terms of like the ideas for a game. They have good ones, but then the games themselves will just be trash, man, and they won't do anything about it. They'll create and release trash and just leave it as trash, and then they'll move on to the next game, and then it will be trash, and they'll move on to the next one, and it will be trash. But the idea, the concept of it is very good. It's very interesting, but they'll just do it in the worst way possible, man. And it's like, what can you do? That's just errors. That's how they are. That's just how they do things. And if you look at Dovetail's DLCs back in Train Sim Classic, it's the same pattern. Unfortunately, that's just the way they do things. They've always done things like this. It's nothing new. It just is what you just have to accept it. You have to accept it. And that's why I was so surprised at Subway Sim 2, because Subway Sim 2 seemed like such a step up from what Aerosoft usually have their hands in. And that's why I was hopeful. And they're doing like they're still with it. They're still present. They released a DLC recently. They're releasing like fixes and patches every couple of weeks. But it's just not moving in a way that makes me confident that in 3 years I will still be playing the game. That in 3 years it will be worth playing. I just don't see that happening. Thank you, Jackson. Yeah, I'm actually curious. Please post it if you can on the Discord, Subway Sim 2. Sorry, do we have a Subway Sim 2 channel? Let me see. Yes, we do. We have a Subway Sim channel. So yeah, just slap it there and I'll take a look at it. I was playing yesterday myself with just the games. There's an option in the setting for the game to decide what settings it should run on your computer. So I did that last time, and I think I still have the settings like that. And I was playing yesterday, and I did go down to 30 something. I did, but it was very briefly. Mostly it was in the 50s, high 40s. So not a smooth 60, but you know what? I was thinking to myself, I can play this though. You know, is it ideal? Is it perfect? No. But with my settings fairly high, between medium and high, 4K, it is what it is, man. Let me just, whatever. So, played it yesterday for like 20 minutes. I want to play it some more this week. And if I see that I'm playing it, and I'm cool, I'm okay, maybe I'll slap it on the schedule for next week. Oh, yeah, yeah, stupid thing. Yeah. Upload it to like a Google Drive or something, and then you can just send it to me directly. But like I said last week, I did do some research to see, what settings are running on console, and it's basically locked to 30, which helps with the illusion of smoothness, because if it's running constantly at 30, it's not going to look like it's not going to be lagging, if you know what I mean, because the FPS is not going up and down. So they've locked it to 30, and then it's low. I think low to medium, locked to 30 on PlayStation hardware. Checks out, checks out. Yeah, it's not exciting. Let's be honest. Like I said before, you have the random events that do. It does mean that you're not always going to be doing the exact same service like you do in Train Sim World, but you're still doing the same route, the same line, driving one of three trains. You know, they brought in the DLC now, so you've got an extra train that does spice things up a little bit. You get some construction scenes, you get new scenarios, you see it as an AI train. It's actually different. It's cool. It is cool, but it's not enough to suck you in and keep you there. What was it? What was the situation, Jackson? Was it like a signal failure? Huh. The only time I've experienced that, it was red from a long time ago. So I saw it on the HUD that it was red. So it gave me enough time to slow down. So I don't know if in your situation, as you were approaching it, it changed. The emergency stop signals don't appear on the HUD for me somehow. This small extra signals, very interesting. All the important relevant ones should be on the HUD. Maybe when I drive it a bit more this week. I like this little detail on the sign. Looks like it's been beaten up. Yeah, once I drive it a bit more this week, I'll see if I bump into something like that. So do the mirrors work on the platforms on PlayStation, and the camera monitors inside the cab? Nice, nice. And yeah, and you know the game runs on Unreal Engine, the same as this game, and they have mirrors that work, they have cameras that work, they have passengers that get stuck in your doors, you know. They have doors that won't open, like they will unlock, but they won't open unless the passenger opens it. Like all of these basic things that we've been asking for on TSW, and there's always an excuse or a reason for why it can't happen. But here's another game that's a train sim on Unreal Engine that can do all of these things. So what's the excuse now, you know? You can't really on PC it's shift. So it's doable. It's in the game somehow. I just don't know what the key would be for PlayStation. Maybe just Google it, see what AI says. Like an AI summary. There's a little bit of running sounds. Don't think I've ever run this train at 150 here. I didn't even know this speed limit was a thing. All my days, bro. There's been no sound this whole time. How have you not noticed? Nobody notices. Nobody ever notices there's no sound. I guess that's just a sign that a Just Chatting stream would work. Just my voice with a little bit of music in the background, you know. Right. But Jackson, I assume you mean like there's so many more countries and different trains and different lines. Are you talking from that perspective? But to be fair though, you've always been for like that kind of stream, so it makes sense. But that's my way of catching you out to see if you were pretending or not. That's the excuse I'll use. See how we started off with no rain. Then we traveled a bit. It started raining. It was raining from like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and the rain just stopped. Just natural behaviors, man. If this was default dynamic weather, we'd be in a thunderstorm right now. Thunderstorm and lightning, thunder, heavy rain. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that at all. I get so bored from the slow driving mountain part. It's nice for views, but yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. But yeah, I'll be honest. In terms of features, bro, I don't think I don't think Subway Sim 2 is too different in terms of complexity. They have passengers that, you know, at the last stop they all get off. They have the announcements on point. You know, they have that you as a driver can make announcements. The radio system where you sign on and stuff like that. I can't testify myself because I don't know what the real one is like, but they have said they've updated it recently to make it exactly like the real life one, and that's on all of the trains. So for me, they've banged it in all the relevant areas, all the areas that matter as a train driver. Now, they're missing some things in my opinion, like sound, you know, when you're going over switches, and just general running sounds are very poor. Very, very, very poor. Aside from that though, bro, I think they've got everything nailed down. Hello, Toes. I'll turn off PZB for that part and just send it. Sounds like me on West Somerset Railway. You know what it is, Jackson? You have to get into the mindset. You know, this is how I used to play games when I was younger, and I had like an imagination. I'm sitting in the train and I tell myself, okay, for this run, I'm a train driver in Austria. I've got all of these passengers that I need to get safely from A to B. I've got a timetable to stick to, speed limits to stick to. Bless me. And then sort of just lock in like that, you know. It's harder and harder to do the older we get, but it's, you know, when it can be done, it is fun. Thank you. I know, right? Poor nose. Today hasn't been a good day for it. I started off okay, and then literally from like 10-15 minutes before I started streaming, just started acting up. Noonkirchen, no. Why is Noonkirchen so angry? What did he do? It's like telling a child off. I'm doing fine, thank you, Hank. Apart from my poor nose, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. For the first time in a very long time, I feel like my mental health is improving and is positive. Whoa. I say it was a bit more than a hug. It was a bit more than a hug. I think it was some very aggressive intimacy. But yeah, that was sad. That was sad to see. I don't know why I generally, you know, like, this is gonna make me sound like evil. When I have like disasters, right? Like, it's a shame, you know, and it's like it's sad. Generally speaking, it's sad. But I don't feel like hurt, if that makes sense. But this time I did. Like, I really, like, every time ASL would say, "Oh, now then this many people," and then, "Oh, now this many people died, and this many people," I was like, "Damn, man!" Like, I actually felt really sad about it. What do I need to do for power here? I don't know whether that was it or not. We've been pinned at 160 for quite a while now. I guess we'll see. I mean, I've closed the circuit breaker. The pantograph is up. Train power is on. So we should be good. Yeah, me too, Hank. Me too. I find it very interesting that only like half of the train derailed. So it couldn't have been like it couldn't have been points or a switch that caused the issue. It couldn't have been. I mean, it could have been a rail defect, but I don't know. How does half a train derail? It's strange, and it's such a shame that the other train, it was just. See, look at life, man. It was just timing. The other train just happened to be there, with no issues with it. It was just doing its normal duties, and this train having the issue at that exact moment was what really caused it to be a disaster. Because maybe there would have been no fatalities if the train just derailed by itself. There would have been injuries because it was traveling at high speed, I think, but I don't think there would have been fatalities, and no other train would have been harmed. But it just so happened to be it happened as the other train was there. I don't know. Maybe that was what even caused it. Something to do with the other train. God knows, man. God knows. You have to investigate it and then do the all stuff behind the scenes, behind closed doors. But yeah, it is a sad situation. There's severe winter weather incoming. Jackson, don't risk it, bro. If the timing's gonna clash with your visit, don't risk it, man. 2 centimeters of snow. That's nothing. Or is that like really serious? In the Netherlands. Oh, you have to? Okay, if you have to, then yeah, it is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do, boss man.
Zugbeeinflussung.
It's enough to stop everyone from functioning. 2 centimeters. Am I tweaking? That's nothing. And I'm in London. It doesn't snow here. And when it does, everything stops. Oh, Jackson, you've ruined this route for me, bro. I never knew how wrong the talents were. I had no idea. I always say this. Ignorance is bliss. When it comes to Train Sim World, ignorance really, really, really is bliss. Half the time, just so my gaming experience is intact, I would rather not know something. I'm happy like not knowing a specific thing about a route or a train or the location.
Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
I wouldn't mind doing Salzburg, you know.
Zwangsbremsung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I need to acknowledge something there. I've got a really nice enhancement pack mod for Salzburg. They're actively pumping water out to stop flooding, but a bit of oh man. I'll be very sad if that ever happens. Something about the Netherlands, man. I've never been there. Never been there, but I don't know. It's special, isn't it? Special. Salzburg has been in this game, Jackson, since TSW 4, I think. Salzburg to Rosenheim. Bahnstrecke. Salzburg Rosenheim. Yeah. See? Bro, I'm sure there are. Bro, I could. Rhein-Ruhr Osten. I'm sure you forgot about that one. Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. I'm sure you forgot about that one. Main Specialbahn. I'm sure you forgot about that one. Old school German routes. They were actually solid, you know. They were actually solid, but just forgotten about, man. Never updated, you know. Never mentioned. No content for them. They're just there, man. Forgotten about with dust and spider webs. I like this AFB, and it was very simple. Very simple. You just turn it on, it turns on. You set it to speed. That's it. There's no funny business. You don't need to put the power down or this to here and you have to be in forward or neutral. There's none of that. It's you just turn it on, it turns on. You set it to the speed, and that's it. Why can't they all be like that? with an army. Would that be necessary, Hank? What do you know that we don't? What are you reporting live from within the walls of the Netherlands? Ah, no way, these are all bollocks. Man, if I like get back into Simrel, which I'm really hoping I do, I really, really, really hope I do. I think that's gonna be great, man. That sounds so cursed, like going fast. That sounded so cursed. We need to see more Dutch routes in this game, man. I don't know. Like it seemed like the one that we have already did well, right? In terms of like sales and interest and excitement. Why not capitalize on that?
Sifa. Sifa.
Why is the lighting different on this train? The display is different. The Sifa thing is more orange. It's less bright. I like this one. I prefer this one. I don't know why the other screen was so bright. Probably some sort of mod I've got that I don't know.
Sifa. Sifa.
HSL Zuid. Zuid.
Sifa.
Oh, it starts off yellow and then it goes darker and darker. Interesting. Oh, this is like a proper express service. How long is our train? Okay, a little bit longer than the previous one. I think we bought 2 extra coaches.
Sifa. Sifa.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential, man. And from what I've been told, NS are like very, very open to working with train sims. So if that's so, I really don't know what's going on. Bro said praying on NS downfall. Why? What's your beef? What's your beef, my guy? See, in that situation, it didn't go darker. I don't know what's going on my screen. And as in German means basically right. Right. NS regime. So I guess, you know, go ahead. I'm sorry I attempted to stop you. I pray on the downfall as well. Bro, on console there's no checkpoints for TSW.
FIFA. FIFA.
That's kind of wild. Anderson trades in the same sentence, dangerous in Germany. No comment. If someone created... We haven't actually said anything specific, right? If somebody created that route as like a mod, I might have to give it a go. But the details would have to be on point. Huh? What are you talking about? The route with the at one point there's a big welcome sign, you know? It's a sort of welcome sign.
FIFA. FIFA.
I would have to give it a go, I'm not gonna lie. What's this light used for? Is that like high beams? I thought I thought I just thought a funny joke in my head. I mean, I don't even know what the stuff that you said there. What's that? Spanish? I'm not sure about that. Okay, that I've got no clue. I've got no clue. What the hell is that? That looks like we're trying to talk in code. That looks like one of those secret messages you put on your website so that when AI tries to scrape your website, you just corrupt it. I'm surprised you don't have more of that. Bro, what got auto modded makes no sense. I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you. It makes zero sense. I'm assuming the highlighted part is the reason why it got auto modded.
FIFA.
Please tell me if you see anything here. That is bad. Check your DM. I don't understand. I don't understand what got auto modded there. Well, I can see. I just don't understand why. They're onto you, bro. You've been saying some mad things.
FIFA.
You already know that. That is something you don't joke about. They've come to get you. Yeah, how does that make sense? R man criminal L. That's what's highlighted. So half of German. Oh no, because is there a space? Is there a space in German?
FIFA.
I don't even know, man. Space or not, it doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. I'm not even gonna ask what paragraph 130 is. I think I can put two and two together in my mind. But you already too much has been said.
FIFA.
Now you're being watched. You've been put on a list. They're gonna make you pay tariffs just to use the internet. I gotta ask Nabil about that one when he comes in. If he comes in, I don't know where he is. Really? Madness. As in, if you speak about the content of the law, or just the law itself.
FIFA.
Right, of course.
FIFA.
Wow. I mean, I think that's a valid sort of move to try and gain some trust back from the rest of the world, you know? You have to take it, yeah, you have to do a U-turn, a complete U-turn. And just blame it on the last guy.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Saying it out loud in public. That's wild. I wonder how many people have been arrested for breaking that law since they created it. I am always sitting down, aren't I? Maybe I need to buy a standing desk at one point and just play TSW standing up. Like a right plonker. See, this is the thing, Dan. I have to believe it because I can't picture you being a lazy twat. I know you to be a very hard-working young gentleman. That is like my default thought towards you. 34,000. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mad. Wow, okay. So what? Does somebody overhear someone talking about it and then call the police and say, huh, I heard this person saying this and this? Or is it, they're, they're joking about it on the internet? Really, Hank? I mean, it's good for, like, your body. I think I still do a fair bit of exercise. That's why I don't mind just sitting down, not doing much when I'm streaming. Because the rest of the time, I'm very active. A lot of it is online. Like, online, it would be easy to spot, digital footprint and all of that. But, like, in person, what sort of nerd do you have to be to overhear somebody's conversation and then have them arrested based on that? I mean, Dan, look at it this way, mate. Do you want to get to Friday or Thursday, the time when your brain is meant to start unwinding and preparing for the weekend, preparing for rest? But instead of doing that, you're now dealing with the mountain that's been piling up because of your laziness on Monday. Is that the situation you want to be in? The new Gestapo is crazy. Ah, sounds about right. Yeah, right. Constitution Protection Services, of course. That's what they call themselves. Why is this week gonna be rough? Damn. Domestic Intelligence Agency. Questionable. How hard do you think it would be to put like a generic, just a generic paper here, It doesn't even have to be like really detailed and the exact timetable, although Simro can do it. But let's just say just a generic piece of paper that represents that. Are you telling me they couldn't have done that? That the only option was to just leave it completely empty? Oh, you won't be able to win any tickets. Right. Well, don't you have your people then that you work with to deal with that? You know? Like, or do they get assigned to specific people there? And even if they do, you've helped them out and taken on some of their slack. So it's only right they repay the favor now. Does it move, Jackson? You would think so, right? No, it looks like it's on like a solid stand. I don't know if it moves like a Vaser arm. Trying to download the MSFS of 20 megabytes per second. Brother, you do that at night, Hank. You set it to download, bro, before bed. And you just let it go during the night. You'll lose your mind just watching it while you're awake. Shut up. This has to be one of the most annoying CIFA systems on the game. It's not that it's annoying on other trains. I'm certain. The Austrian trains look different. I mean, in reality, do they have different voices? I mean, they're different operators, isn't it? So, I don't know. They could do. Right, right. Or maybe they're just not like fully accurate in the game. And if you've heard some of the passenger announcement mods, you'll know that it could be a lot worse. We will not be doing that today. I don't know if the Ebula would work though. I don't mind giving that a go. No, I think I would need the mod open. And if I have the mod open, then it means that announcements will also play. And we are not doing that. Hello, Nabil. There we go, boss. Oh, wow. You're right. I'm not tracking myself. Thank you for noticing. I had clicked on myself, but I hadn't clicked follow. There we go. Thank you, bro. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Sifa. Sifa. Sifa 20.
Oh, for flip's sake, I plugged my controller out and I didn't know. I was just spamming. I'm spamming circle and nothing's happening. I'm spamming it, spamming it, spamming it. Then I realized my whole thing is off. The whole controller was off. Plonker.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I was being a plonker.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I'm doing well, thank you, bro. Good to hear that you're doing good as well. Clanker just stopped to a train. But these are like... These clankers are like... 90s and 80s babies. It's the Gen Z clankers we got to worry about. I haven't watched it, Nabil. I've like fast forwarded through it just to kind of see how different areas look like. But I haven't like just sat down and watched it all. I'll need to find the time for that. But yeah, I would like to do it at some point.
Sifa. Sifa.
I wasn't blown away, but I didn't watch it with sounds. I mean, I literally I saw your link. I was outside, so I just clicked it because I wanted to like the video, and I also just wanted to kind of like see how it was looking. So just from fast forwarding and just visually, there wasn't too much going on. Like. And that's to be expected with how I was doing it. So when I watch it properly with like audio and stuff, and I just see like the route properly and the transitions, then I'll be able to be in a better position. I'll be in a better position to be able to judge. Train sound is great and authentic, especially in curves. Bear in mind as well, as you say that, I don't know what it's meant to sound like. So I can say it sounds good or bad, but I can't say whether it sounds realistic or not. Jackson, that's a wild assumption. That's crazy.
Sifa. Sifa.
Yeah, 35 is wild. It's you that talks about loyalty. So where's your 35, Jackson the 8th? If with the loyalty, loyalty that you say, 35, you should be like, is that it? Is that it? Just 35? Come on, man. Is that it? Rookie numbers. You have one stream streak. See?
FIFA. FIFA.
It still sounds good. I look forward to it. It should do. I mean, it's all premium. It's all premium. Oh, Hank, I'm so comfortable. Like, my posture's not good, but I'm just like, the way I'm sitting is so comfortable. Fine. I'll straighten my back. Thanks, Mom. What was I saying? Oh, God damn it. Thanks. You should have saved that for today. Later today. Oh my days. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think of what I was saying. Oh. Thanks for the copyright strike. Yeah, I was gonna say, about you've got all like premium like add-ons and DLC, so like I'd expect nothing less, you know, from TSC quality.
Of course, things have been going too well, haven't they?
Where's that last bit from? That's what I'm curious about. I'd like to know the back, like the background information of that part. Yo, what's going on in front of us? It looks like the map is finished. It looks like I'm driving an OMSI and the map hasn't loaded yet. That's a hell of... Imagine like a driver fell asleep on that straight and then the train was just going and going and going and going and just fell off there. What would be the result? This is probably not a good time to be talking about these things. But I'm curious. Like, imagine like that whole straight, the guy was just on it and then he derailed and he just fell in the mountain.
FIFA.
Oh, look. Simro.
FIFA.
Oh, TSW's copying Simro. That's crazy. ASR's going to be fuming. TSW got flowers before Simro. Don't ask why they're moving like that. They are... Oh, what's that trend called? What was that trend called back in like 2016? Was it 2016 or 2015 or 2014 or what?
FIFA.
Harlem Shake. Is the update for Sim already out or why is it on the schedule? Because the beta, as I said to ASR on Discord, the beta is basically the update with maybe some little bugs or you know, little issues that need to be ironed out. But it's basically the update, right? So I want to give it a go. And even and then let's say I don't like it, for example. If I don't like it, I hope I do. If I don't, then I'm still gonna play it again after the update drops. So when everything should be, you know, in order. Special needs flowers is wild. You know, now you're out of points, Hank. Well, points well spent, mate. If you drive today and don't like it, well, you get the loco. So today won't be the be all and end all. I know you typed that before I said what I said, but I'll say it again anyway. I don't think it would be fair if I don't enjoy playing it today to not play it again after the update releases, because maybe again it could just be some stuff that needs to be, you know, I don't know what I might not like, if that makes sense. So I think, to be fair, whether I like it or not, to play it after the update comes out properly, and then that would be when I make a proper judgment on how I feel about it. I'm good, thank you, Dan. I am good. How are you? I don't think we've asked each other that today.
FIFA.
How dare you
FIFA.
what? Not asking each other that. No, no, it is a crime. Nabil, before I waffle, talk to me about law 130. What was
FIFA.
it? Law 130.
FIFA.
Yeah, that 130. What's your opinion? He wants to look, but I won't let him.
FIFA. FIFA.
Can your phone look? Does your phone write? Say do your iPhone thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Do your iPhone thing. But does your phone write? You tell me. Look, can your phone do that? Like imagine you've seen a hot girl. You're out, right? You've gone to a club.
FIFA.
You've gone to a club. So had a couple drinks. You've sniffed a little bit. And now you see a nice girl. Now you can't really think too tough because there's some things going on in your system. Whip out your phone. You've got a pen and paper. Just write down the number. Stress free. You can't do that on an iPhone.
FIFA.
Galaxy Note AIDS. I would be flattered if you asked me, Jackson. I would absolutely be flattered. How can I say no? And are you telling me, yeah, that her mind's not going to be blown? You've given her a pen. You've given her a pen. And you said, yo, here, write your number down. What?
FIFA.
Come on, man.
FIFA.
There's levels. There's levels. There's just levels. There's levels. You want to take a picture without being seen? Press the secret button. Where's the secret button? Where's the secret button? You can't see the secret button. Press the secret button. Nobody knows. So now you're a spy. And you can pull girls. Come on, man. You instantly become Class A shagger. Just like that. And they say Samsung's got no riz. Please. Please. And if all you've got is a measly iPhone, then please
FIFA.
go
FIFA.
and take a seat on the bench. How about that? Whoa. Something about that talent looked very weird. Very, very weird. How's the FOV? Oh, this is more natural, so let's move it back a little bit. I've got some mods for this train, but I don't remember what they are. I think one was headlights. Maybe the high beams, I don't know. Tunnels actually look pretty nice. Oh, it's a bit busy going the other way. Interesting. It can get busy though, to be fair. I remember some of those services we've done on Requester route have actually had us waiting at
FIFA.
signals. Really? What was it that you built? I still have my motorbike, you know. I haven't touched it since I last streamed it. I still need to put it together.
FIFA. FIFA.
My Lego one, Hank, that was building on stream. I'm not much of a bike guy. I've never been on like a proper motorbike. I've had scooters, but I've never had like a motorbike. I wouldn't mind giving one a go, but then I feel like that would be dangerous because what if I enjoy it and then I become a biker? So part of me is happy
FIFA.
to not do that. Oh, sick. Sick. How long did it take you? A night? How many hours? They're in different sizes, isn't it, though? You have like the small ones. 9 to 11 hours, crazy. Okay, so that's one of the bigger ones then, I would assume. It's so sick, like the level of detail that they go to, man. I think that's a big part of what like reels me in. When you build a car and like the engine actually like somewhat moves like an engine and things are connected. Very, very cool. 1,700 parts. Wow. I haven't built a Lego in years. This one was my first. The motorbike. Like I used to have Legos as a kid, but never like really took it seriously. I would just like muck around with the blocks. Lego Peugeot. I've never seen a Lego Peugeot. Is it legit Lego, Hank, or is it like a knockoff? Apparently some knockoffs are really good, but I would just want the real thing, man. Millennium Falcon is crazy, bro.
FIFA. FIFA.
Oh, the limo one. Oh. I don't know, bro. I was picturing like a 205 in my head. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm an adult and I can buy what I want. Yes, that new, you know when you first find that freedom and you experience it. Oh, it's glorious. The hell was that lighting? Bro, I thought of Peugeot and it just like I don't know what could it possibly have been. I want to drive the hypercar one in the more ultimate.
FIFA. FIFA.
Wait, you told You told the children what? That you can buy what you want? That's character. That's character development. That will teach them to get their money up. That what you've done there, they will never forget. It will stick in their minds.
FIFA.
And anytime they go to a shop, your words will be ringing in their heads. And then that will motivate them to thrive. It's a good thing that you did. It's a good thing. No, honestly, it's a good thing, man. There are certain like hungers that you feel, yeah, that only pain can
FIFA.
put that in you,
FIFA.
and that's what you've done here.
Beeinflussung.
The children should be thanking you. The parents should be thanking you too. And I remember how badly this route used to lag. The performance is still not perfect. I don't know what it is about this route that's so performance heavy. But I'm just glad it's not as bad as it used to be. Yes. Oh my God, you've worded it perfectly. Journey emotism. That is perfect. Yes.
Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
New York open in 1 minute. What? How? Is it New York? What? Is it not an hour and a half from now? What's gonna happen to the market? It's dancing too much. Journey motism. I love that. Oh, hello. I've never noticed these lights ever. What's going on here? Don't even ask me what mod that is. It is basic ass font. There's no way this is what it looks like IRL. What's that aerial? Bro's got some beautiful views, some beautiful trains, some beautiful architecture around, some beautiful air. Bro's reading a newspaper.
FIFA. FIFA.
I like how you can hear so much chatter and the station is just a ghost town. Buy shorts today, tomorrow a massive dip. I don't think so. Trading based on news is a brave, it's a brave decision. Who says you can't do chart analysis and news together? We trade based on news. And we also avoid trades because of news. If you're gonna trade based on news, I think you can do it if you have a fair idea of what to expect. You can scalp if you really wanted to. I've done that before, but I don't want to do that. When Bitcoin was going crazy, I was scalping it, and then lost everything. I don't think I've scalped since then. I think I may have done gold a little bit here and there. Gold is a good one to scalp, but I'd rather just not. I've stopped trying to do things of my own accord. Like I'm literally paying for a service for a reason. It's very foolish of me to try and go and do my own thing.
FIFA. FIFA.
I mean, chart analysis gives you an idea, right? It gives you an idea. It gives you targets. But ultimately, if the market wanted to completely ignore any pattern, it would do what it wants to do. Yeah, gold and silver, both of them. The chart only reflects the news. Nah, completely opposite. Completely opposite. Because the news will make, a lot of the time, news causes manipulation, which makes, which completely breaks, like, usual patterns. And if anyone's got, like, trades based on patterns, the manipulation can just take them out. No, that's not what you said. You said the chart only reflects the news.
FIFA.
Yes, you're not wrong, but in terms of like chart analysis, in terms of like patterns, right, and seeing where liquidity would need to get grabbed, for example. Well, ultimately, yes, of course, yeah, you would see them there. I'm very glad that I don't watch football. Very glad. With this whole African Cup of Nations, I feel like I've been missing out. Especially with Morocco progressing. But to have gotten involved and gotten like hyped up, excited, and then saw what took place yesterday. I'm so happy I didn't embark on that journey at all. Go Liverpool. No comment. How are Liverpool doing these days? How are any team doing it? I ain't got a clue what's going on in the Prem. Have Newcastle gone back to their true selves, or have they continued progressing? Are City still continuing to fall off? Are United still trash? Are Liverpool still on top? Are Arsenal still confused? I don't know. I ain't got a clue what's happening. And you know what? I'm very content. Peace of mind. Not concerned about anything. I'm not stressed out. Best decision I made, man. Well, that's the thing. It's mid-tier entertainment when you don't have your heart in it. My heart, oh my god, bro. I was very emotionally invested. Very emotionally invested. So it was peak, and every game was peak entertainment for me.
FIFA.
Each of their own, yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Although now that I've like stepped out of it, now I see it from a different perspective of like, yeah, like you said, bro, to the way I see it, bro, it's not even mid-tier. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's just like, ugh. Like anytime I'll see like football fans, for example, if I'm at work and they're just on my station making noise, it's just annoying. Like I don't think to myself, like I don't join in, you know, as a joke or think to myself, you know, I understand. Like you're just being dumb, man. You're a grown man. You're a grandfather of 4. You're making a fool of yourself out here.
FIFA.
Oh, bro. Bro, there are certain perspectives when you see certain things from them, it really highlights some things that when you're in it you don't see. You ain't got a clue. But like again, when you're out of it, looking at it from a different perspective, it's Oh, the Beer Belly Classic, mate. That is England every World Cup. Every World Cup, beer bellies are out all over the country. It's patriotism, I guess. When I would watch like every now and again, I watch like Moroccan TV channels. This whole competition, yeah.
FIFA.
It's just football after football. Not just like football matches, but as in like all the adverts are like, yeah, we're supporting our national team. There's like brands of like foods all on the packaging. Everything is Morocco football team. Everything. If it's not a football match, it's the show where they're talking about football. If it's not that, then it's an advert about football. If it's just like, oh my god, it took over everything. And then I see all of that just for Morocco to lose in the final. So now the whole country's gonna wake up today depressed. How's everyone gonna go to work Oh, every workplace today in Morocco I know is depressed. Everyone's angry at each other, and Moroccans are just angry anyway. So now they have a reason to punch you up.
Zwangsbremsung.
For what, you know? What happened?
Zwangsbremsung.
Why?
Zwangsbremsung.
What was here? What was there for me to acknowledge here? I don't understand. I need to like. It's twice now that this type of signal has got me. I'm not quite sure like how to read it. Like I'm not quite sure when I acknowledge.
Türfreigabe. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Every man is a football coach at these times. I've been there, man. Things just make more sense from a bird's eye perspective, you know. You see everything. But then there are certain times, like watching Manchester United, it's one thing for you just to have a different perspective, but like actually not having the skill, not being competent, is a whole different matter. And a lot of them guys just were not competent, man. Like I genuinely believed I, with my logical, sensible mind, could have gone onto the pitch and done a better job.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Crazy. Okay, so 2 white dots, it seems. 2 white dots I need to acknowledge. Okay.
Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
Welcome back, Nabil. How you feeling about the match yesterday? We were just talking about football and hating on it. We weren't hating on it. We're having a big brain conversation. Looks like there were some talents in that livery at that time, but not much. And even 2021, the new livery is already in operation. Yeah, it just seems like a half-assed job, to be honest. Because talent liveries aside, you still have the very, very, very simple job of doing the correct livery for the class 47. So it's very quiet. I need to make sure I've got everything ticked. Right, what's unticked? Easter eggs in the training center, holiday decorations. No, thank you. Jesus Christ, I hate this, the way this thing works. Flying cow is off. Why would I have that on? Oh, is this what you posted, Nabil, with the thing glitched? Look, they don't show it here. Or is it on the other side and they're hiding it? They know that it's bugged and they're hiding it on this side. What the hell is Redline Subway? Why is it so pixelated? Film set on Cajon Pass. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that off. You could hear them like from where the train drives, and it was just, I don't know, dumb. Dragon statue. It doesn't. I don't even know what route that's on, but I'll go for it. Track workers, yes please. The hell is this? Tees Valley, and I've never seen this in my life. Miniature diorama is sick. I don't even know where this is. Rugby celebrations, no thanks. Oh my god, I thought I said Suicide Festival. Jesus. A shark in Scotland. Okay. Alright, bro. Kulturzentrum Schlachthof Wiesbaden Festival. That looks like the Monkey's Kitchen garage on Motorfest. Class 76 on Glossop Line. Yeah, right. Make the train as a mastery and not actually put it in the game. Duck watching. Are you taking the piss? What route? Bro, tell me the route that these things are on. I don't understand. Toy Car Holiday Express. Turn that on. Fun Fair. Battersea Power Plant lighting. I've never seen it lit up that way. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen that light in there in reality. I just read that the talents are just driving from... Well, I think maybe that's what they do in the game as well, but I'm not too sure. Now, Bill, are you talking from an unbiased perspective, though? Because I just saw a lot of things on social media this morning, and all the different things that we're seeing seem to have quite an issue with the way Moroccans behaved, be it the team, be it the referee who apparently was paid, be it the ball boys that were just doing a madness. Some very interesting behavior overall. All right, Jackson. There's more to come, my boy. There's more to come later today. Oh, it's an ABB 5144. That's the train that we keep going past. How am I meant to see the Stuttgart Animation Festival? It's showing it to me at 144p. Okay. What the hell? Okay, well, anyway, everything's activated. That's just what I wanted to see. This will be the last. Oh, we can push it with this one, I think. Oh, yeah, let's do this one. That's okay. I think it was during the game, Nabil. The Moroccans think or assume that the goalkeeper's towel had black magic in it. So they wanted to take his towel, and they did it. They did it to the Nigerian goalkeeper. They took his towel, so he couldn't dry his gloves. So then one of the players got the towel, and then he had like 4 ball boys chasing after him, and like trying to like not beat him up, but they were like grabbing him up, trying to take the towel from him. I would need to see things for myself, obviously, you know how I operate, but, you know, a lot of different sources seem to agree that, you know, we weren't really behaving.
AFB, AFB, AFB.
RFB. 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 Who's online and has a job at that time? Black magic on the gloves. That's it, bro. The thing is, it's happened before. There's like a video like from years ago where a football team, like it was like two sub-Saharan African football teams playing against each other. And one of the teams couldn't score. They kept hitting the post, the post, the post, the bar, the post, the bar, the bar, the post. They just could not score. And then one of the players from the team goes to like the goal and like get something that was there. And then the goalkeeper sees him and he's chasing him for it. And the guy runs away and he throws it. Straight away they start scoring goals. The minute they removed whatever it was, they start scoring goals. So I mean, it's not unheard of. It's not unheard of, but I don't know, man. God knows. I've been watching Rick and Morty these last couple of weeks. It's been very enjoyable. I used to watch it, but I only got to like season 3, I think. And now I'm going through the whole thing. It's great. And I'm watching it with the wife, which I think is very cool. I think it's very cool that she's into it. Because it's very much like a boy nerdy thing, I think. You wouldn't expect. I don't think you'd expect many females to enjoy it. Hello? Why is the AFP not moving on the display? I've changed it. But it's staying at 40. Why is it staying at 40? Okay, now it's changed. That was weird. I wasn't still under supervision. We had been released from PZB. I didn't even manually do it either. Austria's AFB works with PZB and delayed version, right?
FIFA.
Somehow accurately implemented in the game. Fair enough. But if that's actually a thing. You said you can't watch Rick and Morty sober. Bro, there's no way any single episode was written by a sober person. You could not convince me to believe that. There's no way. I can't imagine what it must be like watching it high. NYSE to launch 24/7 US stock trading. Huh, nice. 24/7 stock trading. Good stuff. Time to get a gambling addiction. Oh no, it wasn't weed. No, it wasn't weed, bro. It's not weed. We doesn't, bro. You watch it, yeah, and you think, how could somebody come up with this? The whole thing, the characters, the dialogue, just the whole thing. You can tell it was not. Nah, that's not a normal thing. But that's what makes it so great. You really feel a sense of speed when you're driving at night.
FIFA.
This train could do with an enhancement pack, man. Give it a GSMR. Put a cup of coffee somewhere. Maybe improve some of the textures. Huh? How the hell do you change this?
Sifa. Sifa.
Oh, snap.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I'd missed a signal. Have you got like a freight service ahead of us? Get a move on, man.
Sifa.
What?
Sifa.
Sugar smells like gas. No, I think I need to turn the brightness up on this a little bit. Too much. Perfect.
Federspeicherbremse. Federspeicherbremse.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Federspeicherbremse.
How did I do that?
Federspeicherbremse.
That's written on the Rosen jar. Yeah, you got that good stuff. Who even uses the keyboards? Sorry, who uses the keybinds on here for the handbrake? Just gonna coast a little bit. Pretty sure it's a freight service, either a freight service, I guess, or a
Zugbeeinflussung.
like a stopping service.
Sifa. 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 Sifa.
I don't like this thief. It's not eye-catching enough. It should be red. It should be red. I know yellow's meant to be the eye-catching color, but I feel like red would capture your attention more.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Found a scenario Berlin Airport to Berlin Airport from in a 182. How's the 182 in TSC? I think the one here in this game is a bit mid, isn't it? If you're asking me, Jackson, no, never heard of it.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Or him, if it's a person. You're about to find out. Is it like who develops it?
Sifa.
Internationally famous musician. Okay, no, I never heard of him. What's it like? What's it like? Some of his most famous pieces of work. The external scenario and rail sim. But using whose 182 though?
Sifa.
Because if it's like if DTG released it, for example, I wouldn't really have too much faith in it as there's going to be anything amazing. Cafe Full. I just want to listen to it and see whether like I recognize it, Jackson. So is that, or maybe the question should have been what's his most popular piece of work that maybe I've heard before.
Sifa. Sifa.
Railworks Austria. Okay, so it should be good, right? He's trolling me. Thank you, Nabil. See? That's a real guy right there, man. What is it? What actually is it? You're trying to do me dirty, Jackson. I trusted you. You bastard.
Sifa. Sifa.
So what does it have to do with Manuelson? He's a musician, you said, so what are you trying to do here? What's the plan? What's the bigger picture? Am I gonna regret looking these up? I'm gonna bite
Cipher.
and see what you're up to here. But I don't trust you. I'm gonna do it in incognito. See, just the fact that Google is not completing a sentence for me, it makes me concerned. Okay.
Cipher. Cipher.
I got that vibe. I got the vibe. I don't recognize. I saw his picture and I was like, okay, cool. Who's this? Like, my whole reels and TikTok is just memes, and it isn't someone that I've come across before. So
Cipher. Cipher. Zugbeeinflussung.
walking identity crisis. Must be in a Hell's Angels club. Oh, okay, so is he just like someone with mental illness, basically, on social media? You can join the club.
Cipher. Cipher.
Hello, Holy Trucker. How you doing? I've seen the snow stuff, like the black ice and the snow building up and stuff like that. And they said that the black ice will mess with physics. But see, the issue is the physics are not in a good place anyway. So how can the physics? How do you know that the physics are going to be good if the physics aren't good in the first place? Does it make sense? So like, it's good, like it's good development, but it's not. They're not focusing on the core of what the game actually is, and they never have, which is very frustrating. Like, it's a bus sim, and yet the buses have the least priority. Sounds are trash, physics are trash, while everything else is mind-blowing. The graphics are good, the environment is mind-blowing, you know, they're adding these little features, the DLC is incredible, and the little details of the DLC are as well. But literally the main thing, the core of the game, buses, are the worst thing in the game.
Cipher. Zugbeeinflussung.
It's all a little bit strange. And frustrating, very frustrating, because I want a bus sim. Umzi's not cutting it for me because of I'm having performance issues with it. My only other option is the bus, and
Cipher.
man, going from Umzi to the bus, you're going from eating at a Michelin star restaurant to pure dog poo off the pavement. Taxi Life is trash, bro. I haven't tried the DLC. I don't want to try the DLC. The game's trash. Again, another one where they're not focusing on the main thing. The map should have been expanded continuously. I don't know why they just released it as it was and left it at that. There's no map. There's no map development. Physics are poor. Sounds are poor. Just another game with good potential that just hasn't been given the love and care that it should have had. Like, it's a game you play for 20 minutes and then realize there's actually nothing more to the experience than what I've just experienced, and you just leave it.
FIFA. 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 FIFA.
Bro, they're all like... Diddler Games is insane. They're all like... Okay, Airport Manager to me personally wouldn't really interest me. But the police one, I used to be very interested in it when I was younger. Construction Simulator has potential. Like, these are all good ideas, but they just don't do anything with them. Yeah, and they've got that funding. It's wild.
FIFA.
I told Nabil the other day,
FIFA.
if they put the funding they get into the older games and develop them, that would be a better use than whatever new game they're going to develop with the funding. Aren't they all Holy Trucker? Aren't they all, whether you're trucking, driving a train, construction, all we're doing is virtually working, mate, and not getting paid for it. Roadcraft, I gave it a go. I played the demo. Wasn't for me personally. In all honesty, it's lacking something, but I can't tell you what it is. I was ready to get it. I was ready to get it like day one. I had it wishlisted, and then yeah, man, played the demo, and it just wasn't really it for me. I didn't feel like it got a good response from chat because I played it on stream. I think I had 2 sessions that I played on stream, and it just didn't really get a good response. So, it didn't really give me a reason to go for it. Taxes well spent.
FIFA.
Oh man. Yeah, there has to be a petition or something from you guys to prevent that, man. But that's what happens when you have people who know nothing about the things that they have so much power about, that they have so much power over, sorry. Like, I know whoever signed that off knows nothing about... All they've heard probably is Aerosoft's pitch. Oh, hey, look, we've got all of these games and we've made this much in sales and we've sold this many of our games.
FIFA.
But no one actually went to do their homework and their due diligence and check whether those games are actually quality. How many people are playing those games? How many people refunded those games? That's politics for you, though, isn't it? What? Lizard.
Ziffer.
This is one of those like videos that you see on Instagram where it says, "Oh, look at this word and listen and listen." Then it sounds like it's saying that word, but then it says, "Now look at this word," and then it plays the sound and it sounds like the person is saying that word. But I don't think this is one of them. I don't think anyone's hearing lizard. Lizard. I'm tempted to just let it play out now, but it's gonna make this journey insufferable. It already is, as it is. Green Needle Brainstorm, what are you waffling about? Aye, Snowy Moon, you reminded me. V2 is out. I need to download V2. V2 Snowy Moon. Aye, maybe tomorrow I have to play American Truck Sim, even if I do like Simroute. If the first Snow, if V1 is as good as it is, V2 is gonna be crazy. I need to double check what V2 brings. Let me see real quick. I got an email about it.
Ziffer. 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 20.
Oh god damn it, man! I pressed the wrong button. But it should just release me, man. It's not that deep. Just let me go.
Türfreigabe.
Just let me go, please. I'm trying to
Türfreigabe.
find out. Okay.
Türfreigabe.
Compared to V1, extreme changes avoided.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Okay, something to do with weather. Some weather stuffs. Dynamic snow will be added after changing particles, sounds, etc. It would be weird otherwise. Dynamic snow. Vehicle reflections handled by default game rendering system to avoid incompatibility with mods and game updates in the future. Was that the Roadrunner sound? Why did it do that? I didn't press anything. That wasn't... Was that a sound alert? That wasn't a sound alert. Why did it just play that? Am I tweaking? There's a big paragraph about puddles. And then just fixes for crashes and patches. Okay, doesn't look like a huge difference in all honesty.
Jackson 8th cheered.
Nate.
X10. You just said you pressed the wrong button, you muppet.
No, I pressed the wrong button before I hit. I was trying to press the C for button and I was pressing acceleration button by accident, the throttle by accident. But I didn't press anything to make the Roadrunner make the sound. Like I have the mod for it for the Vectron. I didn't think it affects anything here. I can't even like press it. I don't think it's meant to play on this train. Anywho, Nate, the only time I've heard of that meme was when some random Australian fella played it. And nobody knew what the meme was about. And I haven't heard it since then. I never heard it before then. Until now. I had V2 already. Okay. Okay, I'm bugging then. So we need to make it like V2 point, V2.01, V2.03. I don't know, V2.4, you know? Z Software received funding of 125,000 euros for Highway Police Simulator 3, even though the two previous installments were catastrophically bad. TML received 138,070 euros for the Fernbus Simulator DLC Poland. Flipping hell. I can tell you that was terrible. View app received almost 900,000 euros for the city track. I forgot about that completely. Oh, is that literally it, Nabil? It's not. You got, bro. It's the thing. It's not clear. Why leave the changes all the way to the end and then have it as if like all of the stuff there is new? There's no need to download that then. Very misleading. Yeah, very misleading. Holy Trucker, are you on like a beta? Are you on the beta version of the game? I haven't had a 25 gigabyte update. I've had multiple gigabyte updates though, like randomly, with no real explanation. But I'm not on a beta. I'm just on the normal version. I guess they're preparing for like console release or no, the full release. The game is not ready to be fully released, bro. The game is not ready. They're gonna give everyone food. It's like taking the food out of the oven early and then giving everyone food poisoning that eats it. The 182 gotta be good. I don't know. My guy, for a 39 euro loco on Train Sim Classic. That DLC will need to pleasure me. That loco will have to pleasure me. How do you justify 40 euros for a loco on Train Sim Classic? And all you can do is just drive it on the screen. That's not enough. That's not enough. I'm a little bit nervous about Simrose today. I really don't want to dislike it. I really, really don't want to dislike it. I want to have fun with it, man. Simro Xbox was a flop. It indeed was. But how surprised can we be about that? Not very, man. Not very. Reminds me when I got the 192 on TSC for like way too. How much, Hank? And like, was the price justified? I went back to Simro. It looks good now and it's great on controller. We have the same version as the Xbox One. I mean, controller support was always there. Has it changed in any way? It wasn't as good as TSW in my opinion. Hence why I didn't use it. But it was there. Should I go? I need to go line speed. I just remembered. I actually like this. I have to get to where we're going on time. $40. So the same thing. For what though? Like what was so good about it that made it $40?
FIFA. FIFA. FIFA.
It can be a cool logo, but for 40 euros? It's a lot of money. Why is Dovetail not releasing in January? That's weird. Usually we get a DLC by now for TSW. God knows, man. But what are they working on though? Like, most stuff that's on the roadmap is like third-party stuff. I don't even know what they're working on themselves. I forgot. But for a while now, third parties have picked up the slack. Was Fats 20 Spezil Lakerungen? That all sounds very good and genuinely like it sounds very 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 awesome.
Zug beeinflusst.
40 euros though. €40 though. Give me 100 liveries. 40 euros. I think 30 is surely 30 would be like the maximum. Unless you're really gonna make, when I say the most of that train, I'm talking you're driving that one train for hours on hours on hours on hours. Like really get your money's worth, and even then it would still be debatable. The fact that the Expert 101 is $35.99. I mean, it's very like convoluted when you get to TSW DLC, man, because you've got Cardiff, and I mean I have fun with it, but you compare Cardiff to something like Carda. That's the other Cardiff, Carda, you know, whatever. Hi Carda, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome Cardinians. Hope you enjoyed Carda's stream. Hope you had a great stream, Carda. What were we playing today? But yeah, man, TSW DLC is so strangely priced. You can't really. It's not like, oh, usually the good DLCs are 30, and then the more mediocre stuff is 20 and 20. Like, there's not that. Something that can be 30, and then you have another thing that can be 30, and they're both completely different quality. Completely different. So the Expert 101 for $35.99, in some ways it makes no sense, but in other ways it makes perfect sense. So, like, wait, how do you even judge that? Oh, JR East, nice. Nice. Does new content come out for it? Is it like an active? Is the game still in active development? Sorry, I'm so far from the camera. I'm like very like laid back. So what would be the development path for a game like JR East? Would it just be new DLCs? Like, is it possible that they can have like higher quality recordings, for example, or like how do you develop? How do you progress a game like JR East? 23rd of December. Okay, so yeah, so definitely still active. Definitely still active. The bus to me has always looked pretty good, Holy Trucker. So if it looks better now, great. How's the performance though, boss? Because that's, for me, it's kryptonite. Mainly new DLC for new content. But even just hypothetically, that's all you can do, isn't it? And maybe change the UI. And unless the graphics of real life are going to change. Didn't notice the difference. No frame drops at all. No frame drops on the bus. We're not playing the same game, man. Have you got it locked to 30? If you have it locked to 30, then you won't. I was playing Subway Sim 2 yesterday myself, Nabil, and I realized I can live with the performance drops. I want to play it a bit more this week and just see how I feel about it. It's well optimized now. Are you sure, boss? Yeah, 30, bro. You're going to have a good experience because it doesn't often drop below 30. In my experience, anyway. The issue is it drops to 30 from 60, you know? Yesterday, it was mainly bouncing around the low 50s, between low 50s and high 50s, sometimes dropping to 40s. Once it went down to 30s, I realized, man, you know, I can live with it, man. Like, TSW doesn't always run at 60 FPS. I mean, it does it about 99% of the time, which does matter, but whatever. It drops sometimes. I don't lose my crap over it. It doesn't mean that I'm still not very disappointed and all the videos I've made and everything I've said isn't still valid. It is. But I have to adjust now, you know, to kind of ensure that I didn't just throw money away. And I low-key do want to play with the DLC, but I need to give myself a reason for it. I can't get the DLC and not play the game. I did try the CS method. However, there was some... It wasn't straightforward, basically. How? I'm not quite sure how. I don't know where to put the Cream API. Oh, I thought... Don't you have it because you have all of the stuff? I don't know. I don't know where to... What I downloaded, it wasn't very clear. I think it was the entire game and the DLC, which is not what I'm trying to do. I don't quite know how to navigate having the game legit and then get my hands on the DLC. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Like I said, I downloaded some stuff last night, so things are ready to go. I just didn't really know, what was going on, man. But that would definitely get me back into it. Maybe even enough to put it on the schedule next week. Hamburg ran great. The AI buses no drops when they pop in now too. I need to, if that's been updated, I need that still. I need that file. Hamburg looks so fantastic when you've got the settings turned up. It looks, oh my god, it looked heavenly. One of the best graphics I've ever witnessed in my life. Like, it actually looks like the concept picture that you think, oh, there's no way the game actually looks like that. Yeah, oh, you know what? I think it was Carter mentioned the economy stuff coming, and I was just like, that's great, but it's just annoying seeing them work on everything but the bloody buses. It's a bus sim. Well, please give me buses that I can simulate a bus traveling experience with, where I don't have to keep using my imagination. I'll never forget how the man sounded when I did the comparison video between OMSI 2 and the bus. The MAN. I need to stop calling it the man. Difference was night and day. Exactly. Like, for example, with the recent snow announcement card about the black ice and the, you know, the physics interacting, the physics changing with the road surface when it snows and stuff like that. That's all very cool. Genuinely, that's really good attention to detail. I love that. But how can you make the snow interact with it, or the black ice interacts with the bus physics when the bus physics aren't even good in the first place? So what sort of experience are we gonna have? So nothing, yeah, like you said, nothing can be enjoyable. Paraphrasing, nothing can be enjoyable until the main thing is as it should be. It would be very cool to feel the bus physics change under those conditions if I felt that they were realistic in the first place. But if they're trash, automatically the effect of anything else on them is also going to be trash. The MAN was the only bus that actually went out and had a recording trip. That's diabolical. That's diabolical. How did it go so wrong? And you know what? I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in the community, but I'm disappointed that there's not enough mods that like bring in buses and a good experience with physics and sounds. But again, that speaks to the community and how like little interest there is left in the game. But why would they... Have they got Alexander Dennis buses running in Germany? I thought that was just solely like a British company. Is March the... Will March be the full release? Carda? In Berlin there is. Wow, okay. Fair enough. I had no idea. And that's the sad thing, Nabil, that the game is in such a state. And I worry the same thing for Subway Sim 2. The modding potential is huge, apparently. But there's no one playing the game to mod, you know? Even in a big game, it's only a small percentage. Very, very, very small percentage of modders. Look how many people play TSW and look how many people make quality mods for it. So when you have like just a small number of people playing the game, there's gonna be what, 1 or 2 people, if you're lucky, that are gonna be interested in modding. And we've seen some good map mods, some very good map mods. But March 26th. I don't think it's ready for it. I'm not gonna lie. If now they release, the full access comes out and it makes them a bit more money, the thought of them reinvesting that money into making the game better is a nice thought. It's a hopeful thought. Is it a realistic one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. The possibility is there, but I'm not super faithful. Pardon me, excuse me. Wow, 7 years. That's crazy perspective. 7 years, man. Yeah. I think we can comfortably, confidently say, yeah. I agree, that makes sense. Oh man, it's a shame. It really, really is a shame. Because it's literally everything, for me personally, everything else is amazing. 1-to-1 scale map, and the map is big, incredibly detailed, you know. They've now got the AI buses running around. Passenger behavior is nice, you know. They leave the rubbish on the bus sometimes. They have some issues walking on the bus, but you know, I can look past that. Like everything else I'm very happy with. AI behavior with the cars is not too bad. I could like I'm very happy with the game. I'm very happy with the game, except the most important aspect. The AI traffic was better too and looks shiny. That's not a good thing. They've always been shiny though. They just use the default Unreal Engine textures where everything is just super shiny. That's not nice. There's no weathering. There's no... It's not realistic. In reality, when you're driving on the roads, it's not that every car seems like it's just come out of the dealership. Even cars that come out of the dealership aren't shiny. Nothing for physics and sound, so there's no plans to... But recently they were talking about, tell us you can't just say the physics are rubbish, the sounds are rubbish. You need to like tell us exactly what. Making it out as if they were going to take that seriously. Ban Salam, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. I mean, it's good to see performance optimization, but is it really going to be performance optimization? Because I'm sure there's been many updates in the past where they've said performance optimization and performance hasn't been optimized. Bug fixes. I don't really know what bugs that game has. I'll be honest. There was that one where we just flew away in the sky one time when I was driving the twin bus, the bendy one. But apparently bendy buses have like a glitch anyway, with their physics, which made sense because I found the bus very weird to drive, but I couldn't explain how. And then I saw a video basically breaking it down. So other than that, the game seems like it runs fairly well from what I've seen. When I compared Berlin Line 100 and OMSI and the bus when I was there in real life, the bus at this point, everything was accurate. That's the thing. Like the shops, you're seeing like real brands everywhere, real shops. It's like worryingly, like you almost worry for them about like copyright and stuff like that, because how have you confidently just copied everything? Surely you don't have all of these licenses. But I don't care. I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm there. That's what every sim should be aiming to do. Give you that feeling of immersion without necessarily having to slap on a VR headset on your face. Oh, Carda. They're one of the best at it. I'll be very honest with you. In all the games that I've played, arguably, in terms of simulation and realism, this can be debated, but they're probably, for me personally, the best I have ever seen. The closest one could argue it for me would be GTA 5. We haven't seen anything from GTA 6 yet. GTA 5 comes close, but it's fake. It's like made up, although it's based on a real place. This is a sim. It's going for realism. So in GTA, I'm not looking for Walmart and whatever else they've got in the US. I don't care for that. But when I'm driving a sim and I'm driving a bus and I'm driving a real route in a real city at 1-to-1 scale, that stuff now matters. And I'm driving past and because like there are things that when you're creating your own 3D world, there are certain details you just miss. When you play the bus, there are certain like buildings and the shapes of buildings, the like parking spaces that some businesses have, just little details that can only come from having things 1-to-1 as per reality. In games, you create assets that you can copy and paste. You can't do that when you're replicating something 1-to-1. That's not how it works in reality. There's no copy and paste. Things can look similar, but there's no copy paste. And so you're driving on a map that doesn't really have any copy paste in terms of style of buildings and things like that. And you feel it, and it really gives you immersion. Like if Hamburg, oh my god, Hamburg is incredible. If these were games that you could just, the purpose of them was like a GTA style, bro, they would probably be the best games on Steam. Christmas markets on, you know what? I played, the last time I played the bus was to experience the Christmas markets, and I couldn't because the game was running like crap. I literally hopped on for like about 5 minutes, saw the markets, and closed the game. I couldn't drive that way. It was terrible. I think Hamburg was good as it was. Obviously, it was boring in terms of like only one line and whatever. But in terms of the environment, it was amazing. And they're being very intentional about the advertising. They want to have it match with reality, whether it be posters and billboards, whether it be the bus liveries, which I find so sick. So sick. I was just going to the bit. Oh my god, bro! I forgot I had that as an image on OBS. I might need to bring that one back, man. For every like Aerosoft game I play, just have it there in the corner like I do now with Third Rails. What a legendary quote, man. Bro got the emotes and everything. The emojis. Driving their bus like driving a bus with the handbrake is on. Yeah, that's an interesting way of describing it. I'm trying to think. I think that's one aspect of it. Yeah, for sure, that's one aspect of it. But then there's like the speed. Bro, you put your foot down and like any of the buses, but especially the electric buses. And yes, electric buses do move. Don't get me wrong, I know. But the thing moves like a Tesla Plaid S. It's not meant to move like that. Give it some weight. Give it some mass, you know? When you put your foot down in OMSI, you feel like you're driving something heavy. Anyway, that's another one I need to give a go this week. Or maybe I'll leave it for next week. Because I do, like I said, I would love a bus sim. I want to drive buses. But I would also like to do that and have a good experience, and not just do it for the sake of doing it. Otherwise, there's no point. There's a fair amount of traffic on this route, you know. I think this night run has been the busiest, because I think now the freight services are starting to come out. I'm happy that the headlights actually do something here. And you know, you guys can actually see.
Sifa. Sifa.
What are we? What have we been following this whole time? Okay, it's a freight service. Makes sense.
Zugbeeinflussung. Sifa.
You should have it as like a background picture on like a YouTube channel or something, Nabil.
Türfreigabe.
It's very hot in here. I just started feeling it all in one go. And I really need the bathroom.
Sifa. Sifa.
Yeah. Were people actually responding though? Because I remember on like the first or second day, no one was really responding like with a valid complaint. And it gives off the vibe that like people are just trolling.
Sifa. Sifa.
I mean, they've all been more or less the same time, Jackson. About an hour. We've done 3 runs. Stream has been going on for 3.5 hours. I will do in a bill. Super hot.
Zwangsbremsung.
What for?
Zwangsbremsung.
I don't acknowledge. Numpsy.
Zwangsbremsung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zwangsbremsung. Zugbeeinflussung. 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 Sifa. Sifa.
Real talk is crazy. Say that concrete. Let me have a look. What is going on? Bro actually framed it. Respects, man.
Sifa. Sifa. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Fan going a little bit.
Sifa. Sifa. Zugbeeinflussung. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
I wish, man.
Siefer.
I wish. I mean, I'm genuinely hoping it would motivate people to start modding more, but let's be honest, man. Don't have a lot of hope. No, but hopefully they'll see it the way I did and see that, oh my god, this thing has so much potential. Look what I can do. You know? Them guys, they just see things differently. They got the division's different with them. And that will be that for today. Come back in 2.5 hours for some Simrel for the first time since many months. Don't think I'm gonna bother with a raid. Just, you know, can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered today. Right, gonna leave it there. Thank you very much. Well, first time this year isn't very hard to achieve, Nabil. But if you go to like actual Steam, I wish there was more data than just last played, because last played is not reflective of like when I last played it properly. Like it says I last played it in July, which in itself is wild. Pardon me. Which in itself is wild. But that July play time was just me trying it after not having played it in a very long time. So it could be maybe about a year or maybe more since I last played properly. So yeah. But like I said, man, I'm hoping interesting. It is interesting indeed. I'm hoping that, you know, things are different nowadays, man. The nighttime is fixed. That's something. There's no more sun in the sky. We'll see. We'll see. And yeah, until then, have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until next time, peace out. Exclamation mark Discord and chat. Join the Discord. Bye.